Who in the heck was that out there for the Toronto Raptors this evening against the Golden State Warriors? The Raptors, who had won a total of one game in the month of March. They had lost 4 straight. 12 games under 500. Everyone's on the tank wagon, and rightfully so. And the Raptors go out there today against Golden State and win by a franchise record 53 points, 130-77. Well, James, they didn't have Steph Curry, they don't have Clay, they don't have Draymond. So, the Raptors haven't been able to beat anybody with nobody. You know, they lost to the Houston Rockets and ended their 20-game losing streak without Oladipo. You know, they lost to the Pistons 3 times. In the last game against OKC, they didn't have 3 of their best top scorers, and you lost. So at that point, with those guys, those guys didn't play in the game. They still had Andrew Wiggins. I don't care if he's not Andrew Wiggins, like the hype. I don't care. The Raptors just won by 53. They improved to 19-30 on the year, so it's not saying much. And as much as Raptor fans want to get on the tank wagon and whatnot, it is nice to win a ball game here and there. And what a game it was. Happy birthday to Spicy P. And what a game he played today. I mean, Pascal Siakam, 36 points, 7 boards, 5 dimes, shot 14 for 24, 4 and 9 from 3. He had 2 steals in the game today. What a birthday for Pascal. You want to hear some crazy stats? Obviously, the largest margin of victory in Raptor franchise history by 53 points. The newest Toronto Raptor, Gary Trent Jr., just put up the highest plus minus in Raptor franchise history. He was a plus 54. And that is the highest plus minus since 96. And the second all time, I think that's what it is. Something along those lines. It's insane the numbers that were put up today. And the Raptors had the most points ever scored in a single quarter. In the third, they had 46. How this team goes from so bad, one in like the last 13, or whatever the heck it is, and then they play, they do this, and you're like, what? Inconsistency at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. But let's break down these numbers. First quarter, it was a back-and-forth game. Both teams were making shots. It was 27-26 Raptors after 1 quarter of play. In the second quarter, the defense starts tightening up there for the Raptors. They start missing a lot of shots. But the Raptors, as we always will learn about this team, they get stops. They get out in transition. They make shots. That's the way this team has always been, but they have not been able to play defense over the last little while. So they haven't been getting their wide open shots. They haven't been getting their looks in transition. They allowed a total of 16 points in that third quarter. Now, you know what that means. Either they're missing shots, or you're playing good D, or it's a mix of both. And you get out and you run 35-16 in the quarter. Raptors up by 20 at half, I think it's 20 at halftime. But we've seen this team before where they come out in the second half and they're a totally different squad. Usually they fall apart and die, and that's the end of that. But in the third quarter, the offense continues to play well, but so does the defense. Again, I'll read it literally exactly what I said for the second quarter. It happens in the third. You only allow 14. The Raptors in the middle frames allow a total of 30 points, and they score the franchise record 46. 46 in the third. They score a total of, should I even try and do that math there? I'm not even going to try. You guys can tell me what they got in the second and third quarter. My mental math is awful. But you know, they won that quarter by a total of 32. 32 they were plus in that third quarter. And even in the fourth, with no one out there, no regulars out there, you still won the fourth quarter 22-21. And you come away with the 53-point victory. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just, the team has been so bad. And you don't have Kyle. Fred leaves after 18 minutes and you somehow win by 53. I don't care if you're playing a G League team. 53 is a stupid number. OG Anunoby continues to play extremely well. I mean, he had 21 points, 3 boards, couple dimes today, shot 8 of 12 from the field, was 2 of 4 from three-point range, had 2 steals and a block in the game today. And Gary Trent Jr., back-to-back performances. In the last game against OKC, he puts up a career-high 31. And today, he follows up with a 24-5-1 performance, shot 8 of 14 from the field, 6 of 9 from three-point range. He gave you a steal. He gave you 2 blocks in the game today. Look, I said it after the first, 2 or 3 games he played here. It's going to take some adjusting. And damn it, he's feeling it. Obviously, OKC and Golden State without Draymond, without Steph, they're not those two teams are not very good. But you got to make shots. And he did so. Heck of a job for Gary Trent Jr. yet again for the Toronto Raptors. And Fred VanVleet, as I mentioned, a right hip strain. It was a flexor. I think it was right hip flexor strain or something like that. He left the game after 18 minutes, but after the game, he was there high-fiving the fellows coming off the court. So clearly he's okay to do that. So hopefully it's not too serious for Fred. And Malachi Flynn, a guy that we were all hyping up, in Summer League and in the G League. He did a great job in the G League. He hasn't quite found his form yet in the NBA. Obviously, kind of hesitant shooting the basketball, it seems. He's a lot more passive. And when he's taking his shots, not a lot of confidence behind it. But a much, much better game today. Obviously, he got some more run since you were up by so damn much. He had 16 points, 5 boards, 5 dimes. He shot 7 of 12 from the field. He knocked down 1 of 4 from 3. He had 2 steals in the game. You see that little bit of Fred VanVleet in a guy like Malachi Flynn. And for him, it's all about the confidence. We've watched him on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to get after it. He gets in lanes. He had 2 steals in the game today. He's a pretty good passer all around. I'm pretty happy with the way Malachi Flynn is a passer. If he can just improve his scoring touch, he's not a bad mid-range shooter. Perimeter, he's having a tough time this season, and he doesn't drive as much. But again, this guy just got drafted in the NBA, late in the first round, obviously. It's going to take some time. But overall, you saw what we saw today from Malachi Flynn and got a lot of good steps in the right direction for him and the Toronto Raptors. But the question I have for you guys is this. Are we going to see this consistent Raptor team moving forward? I'm not saying 53-point wins every week because that doesn't happen very often. But, consistency, effort, defensive intensity. You saw it today. The reason I don't have the numbers written down for rebounding, assists, turnovers, points off of turnovers, points, because the Raptors literally slaughtered every single category. They were like double in assists. The Raptors did not turn the ball over that much in this game today. Points in the paint, they slaughtered them. Points of turnovers, insane, right? Rebounding, the Raptors actually even won that battle. I think they still won the offensive glass category, of course. But in the end, the Raptors just played a very good game all around. I don't care who was on the other side of the court. I could care less. I could care less if the minor league, if a team from a local community center down the road played the Raptors today and they won by 50. I don't care. We have not seen winning. We saw one win all last month. Give us this one. And anybody complaining about the way, the only reason they won is I don't even want to hear that. They won a basketball game. They slaughtered the Golden State Warriors. I don't care who was on the team. I don't care who was on the court. You won. You saw some great feelings for Pascal Siakam, 36. Haven't seen that in a while from him. Gary Trent, back-to-back games. He's been stellar. People are slowly starting to forget about Norman Powell. Obviously, you'll never forget about him because the impact not only he made on the team, but the community and the playoff experiences and all that stuff. You'll never forget Powell. But with Gary Trent playing the way he is, it makes it a little bit easier. And the way he's played over the last 2, he's been awesome. I talked about it in that video, in that trade video, that the guy can shoot the 3. He shot 39% from 3 this season. He was averaging 15 a game. The guy was no schmuck coming over here. I tried to make it very clear that, you got Rodney Hood, who's not great, and he got injured in the last game. And Gary Trent's a 22-year-old kid finding himself averaging 15 a night. The kid's good. And over the last couple of games, we are seeing him get comfortable and looking real good for the Toronto Raptors. And what a ball game it was, Raptor fans. As much as we want to dwell on it and enjoy it a lot, you're still 11 games under 500. But a win is a win, and we haven't seen much of it, so enjoy it. Enjoy it like crazy because the next contest for the Raptors does not happen until Monday. Hope you guys all have a safe Easter weekend and enjoy yourself, but be safe out there. And the Raptors kick it off on Monday against the Washington Wizards at Amalie Arena. It's a 7 o'clock tip-off there. Raptors going for back-to-back games. And that's a question, right? You saw this great performance today. What are you going to see in the next game? Right? We saw a very, very limited amount of Aaron Baines today. And I think for every Raptor fan watching, and me including making it, I love that. We saw more Boucher. He got the start. And you saw some small ball at times. I'm like, I'd much prefer that than anything to do with Aaron Baines. And again, nothing against the guy personally. Don't know the guy personally at all. But as a basketball player, from what we're seeing on the court, I'd much prefer that. That's all I gotta say. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game today, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from today's Raptor game? If you didn't like anything, please tell me. Okay, the only thing that people wouldn't like is that they're not tanking properly. That would be the only thing what people would say, and I would understand that. Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys Jay's edition on tomorrow afternoon. Video might be uploaded a little bit after because I am actually at work, so I'll do my very best to get home as soon as possible for you guys to do the video right after game 2 of the 3-game set against the Yankees. Corey Kluber, Ross Stripling is the pitching matchup there tomorrow afternoon. As for the Leafs, their next contest is tonight. They're playing right now against the Jets, second intermission, 1-1 game there. And as for the Raptors, as I've mentioned, they play against the Washington Wizards on Monday night at Amalie Arena, 7 o'clock tip-off there. Raptors going for back-to-back W's. And let's see some consistent good basketball. That'd be nice, all right? So thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Talk to you guys then.